Hi, Advanced Subnetting. Today I want to show you how to speed up subnetting, how to apply your subnetting skills. What I realized was, a lot of people struggle with subnetting, but not with basic subnetting, because this is something you can learn from a book. There are thousands of YouTube videos showing you how to do that. What people struggle really is to speed it up, okay, to make it faster. It is important, for instance, for your CCNA or Microsoft exam. It can be important for a job interview, and it might be important in a real-life situation. So what this video is all about is advanced subnetting, in a way that I will show you how to speed it up, how to approach subnetting problems, and how to apply all your skills to a real-life scenario. Okay? Just to make sure we are on the same page, 192.168.100.0. So what I am going to do, I'm going to assume you know what a subnet mask is, you know how to divide an IP address like that into, for instance, 17 networks or 17 hosts. Okay, so that's what I call basic subnetting skills. Okay, what I am going to show you is how to speed it up. In the real world, and for instance job interviews and exams, it's almost impossible to ask a question, oh, take this IP address and divide it into 17 networks. It's not going to happen, because it's very difficult to form a question like that, and it takes a lot of time. So what you will receive, and the same applies to the real world, is you will get an IP address 18/29, and you will be asked, what is broadcast address, or what is the network address, or what is the last usable IP address for this IP address in this range. Okay, whatever, that's it doesn't matter what they ask, the idea is exactly the same, to find the network address and figure out what your increment is. Okay, so how to do that? First of all, /29, it means we have 29 bits in our subnet mask. Okay, so what does it mean? We know it's 24, it's our standard class C IP address subnet mask, and then it's 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits on top of this 24. Okay, 24 plus 5. So what is our increment? So I'm not sure if you remember a binary chart, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is our increment of 8. Okay, now to speed it up, we know we are working in the last octet. Why? Because it's /29. So we know it's 24 and we go to the last octet. So we know it is .0, .8, .16, .24. Okay, and take a look, I have my network address straight away, and I know my broadcast address is 23. Okay, that's how we approach a question like that. Okay, I assume again you have basic subnetting skills, so don't write the whole IP address here. Don't try and figure out how to convert to binary, how many bits. No, just look at your subnet mask /29. It means 24 plus 5, so we have 5 bits. 128, 64, 32, 16, 8 is your increment. 0, 8, 16, 24. Okay? Now, what if there is an IP address that is not easy to figure out straight away? What I mean is 10.10.10.73/29. Okay, we know again the increment is 8 because we have just done it, but now it's not easy to figure out, what's the network address. Again, here you should not waste your time and do 0, 8, 16, 24, 32. Okay, it will take a lot of time to do that. What you should do is to speed it up. You know, 8 times 8 is 64. So you find something that is very close to this to this last octet. Okay, so it can be, you know, 8 times 8, something that you know the result for it. Or all they like is, you know, times 10. It's pretty easy, or times 20. Yeah, so when you look at 8 times 10 is 80. Yeah, very easy. 8 times 20 is like 8 times 10 times 2. So you know it's 80 times 2. So it will be 160. Okay, so you have to take a look. 80 and 160. So whatever they ask, you can be very close to this IP address. So here we have 64, then it's 72, then it's 80. Okay, and we are in this range here. Okay, with 79 as your broadcast address. That's network, that's broadcast. Okay, and you are here. And whatever they ask here, it doesn't matter. You have your answer. You know your network, you know your broadcast. Of course, you know the first and last usable IP address. That's the first one, just the one that I picked here. Okay, so that's what you can do to speed up a class C IP address. Now, it's not that easy with a class B IP address. Okay, so if someone tells you .11.200/19, okay, this is something that in most cases will require a piece of paper. Okay, the previous example you can do in your head. This one will require a piece of paper in most in most cases. Of course, if you're really good, then it will not. But it's you know, it can take a little longer. So again, 19. So we know our main subnet masks are 8, 16, and 24. Yeah, class A, B, and C. So we are here, and it is plus 3 to get 19. 1, 2, 3 bits. 128, 64, 32. 32 is our increment. Okay, so you can figure it out straight away without any other calculations. Okay, so we know it is 32. Now be careful, we are in the third octet. Yeah, so the first one is 10.10.0.0. So our next range will be, and now you have to be very, very careful, because remember, we are in the first octet. Why? Because this is a class B IP address. Okay, it's /19, so it means we are in the third octet. Okay, you have to be very, very careful here, and that is one of the reasons when I gave you .200 to suggest that you should be in the last octet, which is not true. So 10.10 dots, and now our increment is 32.0. 10.10.64.0. Okay, the last IP address is 10.10.31255. That is your broadcast address. In here, that is .63.255. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful with a question like that. And again, the key is to identify and to realize, oh, we are working in the third octet. Why? Because it is /19. Okay, our previous one was 24 plus. Okay, and that's why we were in the last octet. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is you have to be careful when I ask you, for instance, 10.10.10.0. Is it a valid IP address that I could assign to a host? And when you see that, you say, no, it's 0 at the end, and it's not true, because if you use a subnet mask like that, /19, this is a valid IP address, which is in this first range. Yeah, because take a look, it is from 1010XX to 101031. So 10.10.10.0 is a valid IP address. Okay, so for instance, on a Cisco Microsoft exam, they can ask you, okay, 10.10.10.0/19. Is it a valid IP address? And the answer is yes, it is. But if I used /24, the answer is no, it's a network address. Okay, so that's why you have to master your subnetting to be able to answer a question like that in a few seconds, because they can give you, like for instance, on a CCNA exam, my students said that they had seen, you know, a question with 5 or 6 options like that. Okay, so it means you have to know that very well, because they will give you, okay, what if that was 10.10.11.7/29? Oh, that's broadcast. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, what about /21? Okay, what about /11? And so on, yeah? So you have to do subnetting 7 times, and it's only one question. Okay? If you have any questions, please put that in comments, and I will be very happy to address. Thank you very much.